Well, here we are at another new swim. I just had a little touch on that rod, and that's got the topper on it, of course, with a mesh bag and some attractant, the magic unicorn attractant, whatever that's called, unicorn dream. And over this side we've got the usual corn. So we'll see how we go. Ready to rock and roll. Bring on the fish. But only if it's a PB. Oh dear, no, don't ever say something like that, Al. Just bring on the fish. PB would be nice. Oh, another new friend. Younger magpie this time. Don't think he's the same one, is he? No. Likes corn mower just like his mate did the other day. Hello. Hey, hello. You're enjoying that, are you? There's some more bits down there, look. See if you're bold enough to go to the whole thing. No. Especially if I start moving around and putting my finger in front of the lens. Hello, Maggie. See you later, Maggie. Bye-bye. Will he or won't he? Of course he will. Lovely, salty, sweet corn. Oh, perch on the landing net as well, why not? Oh well, a useful diversion whilst we wait for our first fish. See you, Maggie. Meanwhile, back at the fishing, just had one show right above my bait, and then I got a liner about 3 seconds later, and then nothing. We live in hope. The wind is blowing in this direction though, as you can probably see. Wind, it's a breeze. It's about 5 miles, oh, not even that. 3 mile an hour breeze. It's enough to sort of take the bake off the sun at the moment, and the sun's in a little bit of shade, so I'm okay. But yeah, it's going to warm up a bit later. There's another part of the swim there. I haven't explored that yet. Might flick out to that a bit later or another day. We'll persevere here to start with. Guess where my bait is? Can you see that patch of clear water there in the middle? Just that is exactly where my bait is, and the flavouring has now come up through the water column and cleared that area. Now it's dissipating a bit, but wow, I've never seen that before. I've seen it in other people's videos, but not in my own. That is absolutely where I tossed the bait in. It's that bag that's dissipating all that flavour now. Okay, well, now I'm feeling even more positive. Let's see how we go. Well, interesting. That little area that I showed you of no ripple in amongst all the ripples from the breeze just now, that's caused by a change in surface tension of the water directly above where my bait was, because that PVA bag that I cast out attached to my hook had all the attractant in it, as well as the cat biscuits and the other stuff that was there. Sorry, I've just been distracted. Australian darter's just landed. I'll try and get some pics of him later. So yeah, that's the reason for that circle that I showed you a clip ago. So it's interesting. Haven't had a bite yet, but you never know. Once again, here's the attractant I'm using for the for my ground bait or my free offerings, and unicorn dream still makes me laugh. But I guess I am dreaming about a unicorn. I'm dreaming about my personal best, and so that's what I'm trying to do. So when I catch my PB, I will call that fish unicorn, because they're as rare as that in here. Well, no, of course they're not, but they are to me. I'd love to get a 20-pounder. Some people are convinced that they're in here. Others are a bit more sceptical that they've been taken and killed. But we'll see how we go. Well, here's the thing, the wind's just done a complete 180. It's coming blowing from behind me now, so what does that mean for the prospects for the day? Hopefully it's good. On familiar ground again. Back to one of my favourite swims for its ability to keep me shaded from the sun. It's going to be about 28 degrees by lunchtime today, so that's quite important. Now, had one small fish just on the right rod. It wasn't really a bite. I've got the corn on there as normal, 4 pieces of corn on a size 2 hook, and it went deep. Oh, there you go, it's just done it again. And about 5 minutes later, I picked it up and there was a little carp on the end. It's only 1 pound, maybe 2 pound probably, but yeah, a little surprise. But that was on the corn. So my theory investigation, as rudimentary as it is starting to indicate to me that the bigger fish will be going for the artificial baits, the toppers rather, and the smaller fish and the bigger fish will go for the corn. So if I only want to catch big fish, perhaps I should just go for the artificial baits. So we'll see how we go. I got some zig bugs arrived in the post yesterday from a place in the UK, so I'll be trying them if I see any fish meandering around on the surface, but that's not happening yet. I've brought a fly rod with me, so I'm going to try the zig bug on the fly rod, so we'll see how that goes. They're all good stuff. Anyway, a wet net's always a good net, so yeah, it's nice to have a little fish, but wasn't worth taking a picture of. Next one I take a picture of, I want to be a bit bigger. All right, see you later. On familiar ground again. Back to one of my favourite swims for its ability to keep me shaded from the sun. It's going to be about 28 degrees by lunchtime today, so that's quite important. Now, had one small fish just on the right rod. It wasn't really a bite. I've got the corn on there as normal, 4 pieces of corn on a size 2 hook, and it went deep. Oh, there you go, it's just done it again. And about 5 minutes later, I picked it up and there was a little carp on the end. It's only 1 pound, maybe 2 pound probably, but yeah, a little surprise. But that was on the corn. So my theory investigation, as rudimentary as it is starting to indicate to me that the bigger fish will be going for the artificial baits, the toppers rather, and the smaller fish and the bigger fish will go for the corn. So if I only want to catch big fish, perhaps I should just go for the artificial baits. So we'll see how we go. I got some zig bugs arrived in the post yesterday from a place in the UK, so I'll be trying them if I see any fish meandering around on the surface, but that's not happening yet. I've brought a fly rod with me, so I'm going to try the zig bug on the fly rod, so we'll see how that goes. They're all good stuff. Anyway, a wet net's always a good net, so yeah, it's nice to have a little fish, but wasn't worth taking a picture of. Next one I take a picture of, I want to be a bit bigger. All right, see you later. Now, if any of you have been wondering what Big Al looks like under the hat, will I reveal all? Why not? Ta-da! Feels a lot better. First haircut since 2019. Takes me back to my 20s and teenage years, years without a haircut. Yeah, but I can't do it anymore. I've got to have a haircut, got to have my hair short. Hat keeps falling off otherwise. Hat's nice and secure now. So, back to the fishing. Well, here's a nice one. Put up a good old struggle just now. Another 8-pounder. Beautiful fish. Look at him, eh? Beautiful. Look at that. Lovely fish. Beautiful.
Caught one.
I have.
Oh, nice.
There you go. How's that? Beautiful. Pop him. Oh. Well, I think I got it out there, but you never know. As you can see, I had to repair this. I've got another 3 on order. I go through them at a rate of knots. Another day, not another swim. Back at the same swim again. This time I'm trying things a little bit different. I've taken the rod with the topper and I've popped it just around here. No, actually it's a bit further out, it's probably about there. And then I've got the sweet corn rod about there. So we'll see how we go. Well, here's a new development. I decided to throw out a zig lure on that rod over there, and I've still got the contrarian pair work in there, so we'll see how we go. So what are these lures I've got? Oh, zig bugs I think they call them. There you go, that's the sort they are. Size 8 barbless, beautiful. Got them from the UK a couple of days ago, so I've been itching to give them a try. I've got it at about 2 metres in 3 metres of water, so we'll see how we go. Maybe I've got to adjust it up and down, or maybe I've got to bring the line backwards and forwards, I don't know. But it's over there somewhere in the 3 or 4 metre range. I've whacked a little bit of corn on the hook as well, on the zig bug, and it still floated, so that was good. So we'll see what happens. See what happens. Just watching that Hawaiian moorhen over there, just in the centre of the screen. Made a bit of a mess there. There's a pair of them. They're making a nest, obviously, I think, and they're tearing up the bank there, or the reeds. Destructive animals. Oh well, if they get a safe place to breed, that'll be good. A few rises in the middle. It's that sort of day. There's a lot of, yeah, look, a lot happening. Well, a lot of surface activity. Had a few carp show themselves, mostly along that far margin. fish that are here. Still a few trout in here, I think. Not that I've had any of them bugging me recently, but yeah, a little bit of surface activity. Hope my zig brings us some joy today. Oh, there's another one out there. Yeah, a bit happening. Talk to you later. Just had a couple of fish show in the swim. One right over where my sweet corn is, and another one out there on the way to my zig rig, not as far out as the zig rig, it was about halfway to it, so probably nothing. Anyway, I thought I'd just show you my secret ingredient that I'm using now with my sweet corn. A bit of salt. What does that do? Well, it seems to, you take the sweet corn out of the can, drain it first, of course, then it's full of water. Whack in some salt about half an hour later and it's fairly dry. It depends how much you put in. That means that when I put it into the catapult and flick it out, it doesn't stick to the catapult and it flicks out just like, well, almost like a dry particle, but not quite as good. Still, some of it still sticks to the catapult, but yeah, salt, and apparently the fish love it. Oh, and what was that? That was an expression of interest, was it? Or a liner? Been getting a few liners this morning. See how we go. Oh, look at that swan taking off up there. Black swan with white wings. See you later, mate. All right, so let's see how we go with this. Craziness, look at this. The wind's just popped up and suddenly there's ripple all over the water, the glass is, oh, beautiful, and it's coming straight at me. Now I'm feeling a bit more confidence about what could happen. Yeah, you're going to get a few wind indications, but it's okay, I can live with that. Okay, so we're back to some semblance of normality now, that's good. Both rods out. Those two fish that I've had this morning, both been on the right hand rod, both been on sweet corn, 4 pieces of corn on a, what is it, a size 2 hook. So, they're obviously liking the corn today, a bit more than the topper offering, but keep going with the topper offering. It's nice to get the bigger fish on the artificial baits, and yeah, it's nice to get the, well, they still seem to be the bigger fish on the corn. Doesn't seem to be any discrimination on size at the moment. Just presentation, I think, gets the topper happening sometimes when the corn isn't, or it can be that the fish just aren't going out into the water where the topper's happening, which is a little bit deeper. But that one on corn was from deep water too. The swims are about, it goes out to about 12 foot out there, so about 3 meters, I suppose, 3.5. That's what I'm fishing in at the moment. Happy days. So here's a shout out to an old mate of mine, Roy Tyler, over in the UK. He's in Kent, Faversham, and if you are in need of any sort of a very nice vehicle as a hire car with a chauffeur, a very good chauffeur, very presentable, then go to littledora.co.uk and you'll see Roy's car there and what he can do for you. He's based near Faversham in Kent, so you've got to be fairly local, I suppose. But yeah, have a look. See you later, Roy. Just reset all the baits, so we've got a nice net bag on. I'll show you. This is what I've tied up and what I'm using. So you get got some cat food in there, as well as the chook food. So attach that onto the hook. Just hook the hook through the bag. That's what you want to say. Oh, there you go. And that's the. I'm still dreaming of that unicorn. It hasn't come along yet. I want it to be about. Oh, what do we want? I suppose I'm going for at least a 15 pounder. I want a mid double, don't I don't think that's unrealistic, is it, to ask? I've been a good boy. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Well, it was fun being down that other swim the other day. It's on the other part of the lake, so it's over that side. No bites, no fish. New swim though, sussing it out. So yeah, I'm not sure what to do about that one. Have to go back there at some stage and have another go. Any suggestions welcome. I think I'm just getting a line bite on the left-hand rod. That's my topper. Yep. Oh well, perhaps on the way to my bait. So a quick bit of explanation. You saw me playing a fish before, and then the next thing you see is me with the fish on the bank and taking its picture. I didn't cut out anything, but the problem was that I think last night my GoPro had been sitting there next to me and somehow started recording, so I had an hour's worth of rubbish on it. Just, there you go. It's just started recording now because I've got voice activation on. Got to remember to turn the voice activation off when I'm not using it. Otherwise, yeah, we had what we had just before, which was about a minute and a half's worth of memory left on the card. I didn't realise until I was playing that fish, nothing I could do. Anyway, I managed to sort it out. But yeah, a lesson for young players is check that the voice activation is off when you're not using the camera. Just to show you it is a different day. I've had a shave since yesterday, so there you go. See how we go today, but the battery's flat on the GoPro, so don't know what happened there. I seem to be having a bit of trouble with that Betty. I'll have to sort that out this afternoon. And then, yeah, the battery's about half on this phone, so we'll see how we go. Should be all right. I can't imagine I'll be catching dozens of fish. One would be nice though, especially if it weighed 15 pounds. That's the goal. Well, no sooner had I started celebrating the wins when, yep, the corn rod went off. So this is a corn capture. See if we can have a look at him in here. Where is he? Oh yeah. Not a bad fish, eh? Have to weigh him and see how we go. Alrighty. Beautiful, look at him. What a lovely fish. About 7 pounds, beautiful. Well, it's a good thing those two ladies happened along when they did. They were able to hold the phone for me because, as I said before, the GoPro's got a flat battery. Got to investigate that later. But yeah, lovely. Wind just started blowing. As you can hear, I'm still getting indications. Wind just started blowing and then suddenly zzz, off that went. I've got it on a bait runner, so it took about, must have taken about 20-30 foot off the reel. Got him back in. Nice fight, nice fish, nice clean fish. Didn't look like it had ever been caught before. So yeah, the stamp of the fish in this lake has gone up by about a pound since I first started fishing this time last year. So it's interesting, very interesting. Oh well, see if we can get some more, eh? So just for completeness sake and to give you an opportunity to see my sunburned knee again, that's where I flick out, size 2 with 4 pieces of sweet corn on it. And that's about to go back out there. Well, seems I was blaming the Hawaiian moorhens prematurely for that little bit of vandalism. The wind's now blown away. That little island that they were working on, which was just over there. So, yeah, I don't think they'll be very safe nesting on that. Although it's floating, yeah, you'd end up going where the wind takes you. And we all know where that leads. So the wind's still howling through, and it's a bit of a northerly now, it's swinging round. So yeah, while the fish are getting pushed across to me, the temperature's rising, so I don't know what that's doing for them. I'd imagine there's a bit of a high coming over, so don't know. Does that make them happy, sad, hungry, full? Oh, no clue. But well, if this is the last video, it means I've not caught any more fish today. So we had one yesterday, one today, and you've seen both of them. And we had a little one earlier yesterday morning, which I didn't bother taking a pic of. So, it's been quite a good couple of days. Just wish the temperature would flatten down a bit. About 23 degrees is probably a good one. Today it's 36, a bit later on. So it's already warming up now. Anywho, see you next time. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.